What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Tim, the Credit Tech here. Just wanted to come to you on this morning, this Tuesday morning, with some motivation, with something to look forward to for your future. And the topic on today is going to be power to change your financial future. Now, I'm just going to go over three simple things, and hopefully this will help you guys out. Whether you are in a bad place, whether you're in a okay place, or whether you're doing pretty good, it's okay to have some reminders every now and then. Again, this is just for motivation, and hopefully you can take some action afterwards. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. First things first, when you do anything, it starts with belief. So in order to have your financial future, you must believe that you can have it, right? So it says in Proverbs 18:21 that life and death are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat the fruit thereof, right? What does that mean? If you're speaking life into your situation, you're going to have life into your situation. If you're saying, oh man, I can do it, I can have it, I can see it, it's going to happen, it's going to come through. This thing will blossom, it will flourish. I will get that raise. I will become the person who I'm asking myself to be, who others are depending on me to be, whether you're a better communicator, better speaker, better leader, better husband or wife, better, parent, better friend, whatever the case may be. You have to be able to speak it. And then you also have to make sure that it lines up with how you feel on the inside, how you're experiencing yourself on the inside. Proverbs 23:7 says, as a man think in his heart, so is he. Now, while I won't go into the context of where that scripture specifically was talking about, it is true nonetheless that if you are believing inside of you that you are able to have and you are able to do and you are able to become, in whichever order that you choose, if you believe those things, it can happen. But if you're saying, oh yeah, it's going to happen, but you don't believe it in your heart, guess what? It doesn't matter what you say, because your heart will tell all. And then even Romans 4:14 says, speak those things that are not as though they were, meaning, get ready to experience the things that you want to see happen. Now, these are things for the good, right? So the first things first, definitely want to believe that you can have it. For me, that has made such a huge difference in terms of just my belief and my actions towards what I'm doing, what I'm called to do, why I do what I do. It's made a huge difference. And so that being the start definitely will help you guys out. Okay, and I have my little list here. So um, the second thing we have is become the person who will have it by being intentional. So how do you become? You become by being intentional. So what does that look like? If you want to become a better communicator, what are you going to do in order to become a better communicator? You can look up books. You can look up people who are effective at communication that you like, whether it's a speaker, motivational speaker, whether it's some kind of leader in some aspect, or somebody in whatever field or whatever category that you want to do this work in. Even if it's just family and relationships, that's fine. You can model yourself after the people who you believe are to be successful in, that thing. If you want to get better at sales, I was just talking to a buddy. I said, bro, you are one of the only people that I know who has had an approach to sales where you're unbothered and you're unafraid. And I believe that you can actually teach people at least the basics to sales. I totally and wholeheartedly believe that for him, but that's because that's who he has become. He's put in effort, he's put in work, he's read books and so on. So being intentional, taking the steps that will lead you there. If you want to get financially free, why not read books on how to become financially free? Why not follow certain, structures and savings plans or whatever the case may be that will help you to improve on your financial situation. And again, this talk is about, becoming financially free. So we have believe that you can become financially free, right? Have your financial future blow up, right? And then become the person that has a financial, has a change for their financial future, a powerful change, by becoming the person who will do the things that you need to do in order to have that, right? Get a savings account, get a checking account, make sure your bills are paid on time, make sure you're putting money away for yourself. Definitely 10% rule. I tithe, I do 10%. And I also put 10% aside for myself. If you can't put 10% aside for yourself, you still have to do something. The reason why is because if you don't start paying yourself, you never will. That is the absolute truth. I've seen it firsthand for myself. So I try to at least put 10% away for myself. And let's say, the months are hard, that's fine. Put something away, 1%, 2%, 5%, 10%, whatever you can do, right? The idea is so that you can have your money grow while you work or while you build your business, whatever the case may be, so that you can see that you're putting in efforts. You can see that something is happening beyond what you're used to, right? If you're not saving, if you're not putting something aside, you can start to see this money stack and grow, and that will definitely help your confidence in what you're doing, right? And then the last thing that I have is number 3, get your credit in order. Okay, of course, like I said, I'm Tim the Credit Tech, so I work on credit. I help people get their credit fixed up. I help them to get access to funding. But all of this stuff, like it takes time, right? It takes time, and you can't necessarily fake time with credit. You can't necessarily pretend that your account is growing and is doing good if you're not paying attention to it, if you're not looking at it, if you're not seeing what's hurting your credit, what's helping your credit, what are the things that are making it grow. The reason why I would tell anybody to and make sure that their credit is in order is because you need to make sure that when you're ready for your next, which it could be a house, it could be a car, it could be even a vacation or whatever the case may be, you want to have access to your credit profile, knowing that it's healthy, knowing that you pretty much have access to just about anything that you want in terms of funding, right? Because it doesn't feel good to be turned away. I've been turned away. I've been denied. All these things, right? So it also gives you peace of mind. It gives you confidence knowing that you can pretty much get just about anything that you want. So definitely get that in line. Again, this wasn't to be, super long or whatever the case may be. The idea is for a reset. If you've been struggling, if you've been frustrated with where you are financially, the only thing that you can do from this moment is take action to help you to get where you're trying to get to, right? We can't get to where we want to get to if we're doing nothing. So let's become the people. Well, first, let's believe, let's believe that we can have it. We have to believe that we can have it. We have to believe that our situation will change, not just can, but will change. We have to become the person who will do the work. And like I said, just get your credit in line, get it in order, make sure that, you have all that you need ready. Now, listen, there's a lot of good information, a lot of, helpful tips and so on, just to get your mind right, right? But let's say you're struggling and you don't really know where to start. Well, that's what I'm here for. That's what my company is here for. We help people who are struggling with their credit, who are tired of getting denied, who want to make a difference with their credit and want to get access to funds that they've never had access to before. If that's you, make sure first, definitely like this video, comment on this video, and comment interested if you are interested in getting support. And make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. I want to make sure that I provide as much value to you guys as possible, because in this day and age, it's really difficult to do things on your own. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to try to figure stuff out and just have no idea. So let's make sure that you get connected. Get connected with us. We'll make sure that you're taken care of. Other than that, guys, I appreciate you all for tuning in. Until next time.